or sit and meditate. A lot of people, when they meditate, they say that they can't watch the breath, or they say, "What for? We watch the breath. What for?" No, you just locate yourself. Just throw a question: "Where's my breath?" And this is very important for those scattered-minded personnel. Because already your mind like to think. So you got to use this component of thinking to direct your mind to this object, and that's your breath. So when you say, "Where's my breath? Where's my breath?" straight away you will find your breathing becomes very prominent, and you're breathing in, breathing out. And at the same time, you can also find that there's a lot of thinking, or what we call it, thoughts, formations, that is interfering the focusing of the breath. So at this moment, you got to practice what? Patience. You got to tell yourself patience, patience, endure for a while. Just go to the breath. Just go to the breath. Until you find that you're very mindful with the breath. Until you can feel that the mental formations, this thought that's surfacing in our mind, doesn't cause any impact or cause any disturbance to your focusing of your breath. And you keep continuing. Let your mind, let your focus sink into the breath. It's just like a glue. When you're focusing correctly, when your mindfulness gain foot in focusing on the breath, it's just like gluing. You just glue to the breath, and you find yourself very easy in focusing your breath, and no tensions. And the breath becomes a very blissful object for your mind to rest on it. So are you sleeping? No. Because you're awareing. You're fully aware of the in and out breath. Breathing in, you know. Breathing out, you also know. And this is a basic step which every individual should develop. It sounds very easy, but it comes to practical applications, you find it very hard to focus. And why? Because we are getting used to thinking about matters, about our external things, worries, responsibility, family, works, and whatsoever things that's springing up. The mind keep thinking, until you lost your bearing. Until when emotions comes into your mind, you can't differentiate whether this is good or bad. And this is why a lot of modernized, so-called modernized people in this society suffered mental sickness. They suffered all kinds of medical terms regarding this mind state. And this is something which each and individual got to deal with, got to address your own problems. That's why the tranquility meditation is so important to mankind. Right? If you can't attain tranquility in your mind, then we don't talk about insight or vipassana. It's impossible. Right? You've got to have this base of tranquility, this base of calmness. It's just like food for your mind, food for the body. Like this food we are eating now, we're taking all this food, is to only nourish your body. But how about the mind? Right? Our mind is always full of troubled mind state, worries, anger, hatred, delusions, and all sort of unwholesome thought of mind occupying up in every oneself. And we know that this kind of mind state is detrimental, is unwholesome, is no good. But we can't help it. Right? It keeps surfacing, and we know this surfacing of this kind of thoughts is painful to oneself. Some people might even cry. They hated themselves, why are they having this thought, this kind of thoughts, this kind of mindset in themselves. They hated themselves. And they don't understand. Right? They try to find a way out, but there's no way out. They don't know why. And they know it's very painful when this kind of thought arises. They suffer the kind of mental pressure, mental stress, right? Or we call it consciously or emotionally hurt, right? All these are medical terms. But in reality, if you understand, you may be having this kind of thoughts, but you don't have to react. You have the choice, right? This is something we were never been taught. We always been taught, never mind, you're angry, just react to your anger, scold it out so you feel better. No. You will only aggravate. You will only increase more anger, more hatred, more jealousy, more timidness in oneself. Your heart will be more and more smaller, more and more constrict. You find yourself more and more tense because you lack of what we call self-discipline, or hell break loose. So it's very important to develop this kind of meditations. If you find yourself sometimes in a state of anger, and you try to watch your breath, and the breath can't calm you down, so what should you do? You should instill thoughts of kindness to yourself. That means you keep repeating to yourself, don't get angry. May I be well and happy, healthy and strong. Because anger has a very bad impact on myself. You see your hand is shivering, your heart is beating very fast, your breath is very short, very rush, and all this impact arises, and the one who suffers is who? You. And because we lack of that kind of understanding, that's why we suffered. Right? We can be easily agitated by people's words or by people's actions, which we don't like. We doesn't agree. So we get very angry. We get very jealous. We get very moody. Because all these are wrong view. Why should we be the slave of this kind of unwholesome thought? If a person who is wise, he twists around, right? He throws questions. Right? What for? What's the use? Because out there, we were never been taught. Right? We always been taught of how to get more sales, get more customer, get more contact, get more contract, make more money. It's wanting more and more. We never say that, okay, we try our best, but we maintain a neutral mindset. Right? Whether you get it or not, we try. And another one, you must. So very pressure. Right? If you don't get it, that's it. You get scolding or get a lot of reprimandings from your seniors or your boss, right? So you feel that kind of pressure. You feel that, oh, it's so hard to work with this kind of boss or this kind of senior. You know, they're very, very confrontational. And you just look at this type of mindset. It's very toxic if you stay with some people. Likewise, all these things start from our own mind. It's something we don't like to be happening to us. We don't like people to ill-treat us. We don't like people to be jealous of our attainment. We don't want people to be, taking advantage of ourselves. All these things that we don't want it to be happening to us, we don't do it to other people. So easy, but so hard to do. So easy, but it's easy for a person who has developed calmness in their mind. Because why? When an individual has developed calmness in their mind, you see very clearly this is the cause of our suffering. And I'm not going to fall into the victims of this crazy thinking, this crazy mindset. Then you see life change straight away. You see how you can transform yourself. From last time, before you get in touch with Buddhism, and after you hear say, you put into practice your daily life, maintaining of your mindfulness day in, day out, you see how it changes and how happier you become. You're becoming how happier, how not so how to say, we take grudges, we take things so seriously, like want to die like that, so serious. No. Take it easy. Take it easy. Right? It's something externally. It can be if it can be done, okay, it's good. Cannot, it's okay. We try our best. Remember, we never give up. We never retreat. We try our best. If we can maintain this kind of mindset, we try our best. But we are not lazy. Neither do we expect it must be 100%. No, we try our best and let things happen by itself. So when the result come out, we won't be, if we pass, okay, congratulations. If we don't pass, well, I try my best. What can I do? You don't feel regret, you don't feel remorse because you try your best. This is something very important, the calmness of the mind. We call it Tranquility Meditations, Samatha. This is something very basic Remember, if you don't develop this type of mindset in yourself, and you try to look for happiness externally, you will never find it. You see all these rich people out there, they keep running because when they read the news, the war is coming, they go and buy houses in other countries, scared of dying. They go and find high ground, scared of the flood. They build bunkers, scared that after they sleep halfway, the ceiling fall, and then they got this protection over them. I saw this thing, I want to laugh. I said, "Oh, you can offer all this gadget in protecting only your body. How about your mind? The mind is so painful. Just get the mind trained and accept the truth. It happened, so what? We will die one day, so why you worry? Just do the best you can for yourself now. Right? What's going to happen, it will happen. Where you run, it will still happen. Where you hide, it will still happen. Right? If not, people who stay in a high ground, a protected area, they won't be dying. But how come it happen? Even though you buy the insurance, 10 million, 100 million, so what? It's just paper with number. And people are so engrossed with that. Because why? They lack of this kind of knowledge. If we are possessed with this kind of knowledge, then no problem. Any part of the world, just go, don't worry. Your merit will protect you, the goodness, your right understanding will protect you. You go with no fear at all. Even the most dangerous place, you go in, no problem. So what? The mind so brave, Not say it's boasting, no. It's so brave because you understand the Dhamma, not understand the truth of life. No worry, no worries. Right? So remember, when we have times, this place is for the cultivation of your mind. Sometimes people be grumbling, at home no place to meditate, very noisy, my neighborhood got music, blah, blah, blah. Never mind, just find a small spot because the mind calm down. It's not on the music, it's inside you. Music are just sound externally. In this world, whatever place you run, you can never find peacefulness unless your mind is peaceful, right? Sometimes even we go up to Yu Yang, we thought that Yu Yang will be peaceful. Who knows that night? Motorcycle racing whole night until 12 o'clock. We sit there, wah, wah, wah. Uh-oh. You're in the forest, but we are facing the Geelong motorcycle racing track. Whole night. We stay temper better, more quieter because low ground cannot hear. We go to the high ground. When I was there, I said, supposed to be peaceful and quiet, but the whole night, motorcycle racing. So, you see, and it was a good experience. We don't grumble, right? We take whatever place we are as a place to practice. Whatever situations we practice and bring it to advantages to train the own mind, right? And that'll be the sharing for today.รับพรเนาะ transfer merit. Since today is the Queen's Memorial Day, right? Never mind. And then the Queen, Australia, you have Australia because of this Queen also, the Queen of England, right? So you just transfer your merit, all this goodness you have done, transfer merit, and may she gain a better rebirth. Saparo gavinimoto sapasandha bhavanchito sabhave Ramati Kanto Nivoto Chatuva Pavasabhidiyo Vivandusa Baro Sadumane Bhava Vandarayo Sukindika Yugo Bhava Bhivadana Sili Sanicca Buddha Pachayino Chataro Dhamma Vantanti Ayuano Sukha